What's up guys, Ormcast back with a new video today. So, when I'm recording this it's May 4th, but this will probably come out on the 5th, just because I've got some other stuff I need to be doing, basically. So yeah, it'll be a day late, this review, but it is what it is though. But yeah, guys, I just want to give you my thoughts and that on Tales of the Underworld, because I finally finished it, and I quite enjoyed it, to be fair. I won't lie. I thought it was quite good. Obviously, this series, this Tales series this time, is about two characters, which is always the case with each one. And this time is obviously with Ventress and Cad Bane. And yeah, I quite enjoyed this, to be honest. Like, the story with Ventress was probably my favourite, to be honest, in general. Like, out of all the Tales series we got so far, I think I'd probably say the Dooku one, then the Ventress one are my favourite out of all of them. But yeah, the Cad Bane story though, I really liked seeing his like origin of how he became the bounty hunter, and like the twist at the end with his story was very shocking, to be fair. But yeah, overall, this 6 episodes that came out was really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And you could, if you were playing Fortnite as well, you can actually watch the first 2 episodes on the like watch party, as it's the Star Wars season at the moment in Fortnite. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna get into some spoilers now quickly. So let's talk about the Ventress story first. So basically how it begins is because we already saw her make her return in the Bad Batch in the final season of that show, but she was resurrected somehow, and we don't know how, and now we got the answers to that with the Ventress story. So basically, if you've read the Dark Disciple book, you know that Ventress gets killed saving Quinlan Vos, the Jedi. And obviously, if you know what happens in that book, them two have a bit of a thing. So yeah, and then obviously she gets killed saving him. But yeah, we do see Quinlan and Obi-Wan returning Ventress back to Dathomir, which we saw in the Clone Wars, and it was the same room, I believe, where we saw like Mother Talzin, like Maul and like Savage Opress and that, when they got all like Night Sister like magic infused with them and all that. But yeah, we see Quinlan put her in like the pool basically on Dathomir, and then we do see Quinlan and Obi-Wan pay their respects and then leave basically. But yeah, but during this we do see Ventress like in like a sort of Night Sister sort of realm sort of thing, where she has 2 choices. She can either return to the land of the living, or she can like join her sisters, and we do obviously hear Mother Talzin telling her this. But yeah, it was a really good like reference basically to that book, and that I really liked that. But obviously she decides to go back to the land of the living, but at a cost. She will lose the one she loves, which is obviously Quinlan. So it'll be interesting to see if, because we know for a fact that in this series she doesn't end up reuniting with him, and we know that Quinlan has started the hidden path from this series, and we did get that reference in the Obi-Wan show as well, when Obi-Wan said that Quinlan was in this location when they went to this like hidden path location basically. So it'll be interesting to see if maybe we'll get a hidden path series one day. Maybe, who knows? That'll be interesting to see. I'm down for it. I'll be so down for that. But yeah, so she can't reunite with him basically. But yeah, that's how it basically starts, and then we do get like a time jump obviously, and this is after the Bad Batch, where we do see Ventress get caught up in with some mess with this kid basically called Lyko, and he's force sensitive, this child, and at first I thought it was a character we might have seen before in like the Clone Wars, but I think he's like a complete new actor, like portraying this new like character, so it'll be interesting to see where this storyline goes, because it seems like she is going to be like training him as like a Padawan or apprentice now, so who knows. But yeah, he seemed really cool, this new character Lyko. But yeah, we do get our first look at like the Imperial Stormtroopers and like the sort of Clone Wars animation, which we only saw at the very end of the final season of Clone Wars. So it was really nice seeing that. I really dig that. And so yeah, it was really cool seeing that. But yeah, we do get the return of like 2 other bounty hunters in this Ventress storyline, which is basically the droid C-21, and the other bounty hunter we get was Latarizi, I think her name was called. But we haven't seen these 2 characters since Clone Wars, and the last time we saw them, Ventress was working with them on a job basically in the Clone Wars series. So it was cool bringing them back as well. It's been a while since we've seen them. But yeah, pretty cool we got the return of those characters. But yeah, in the final episode of the Ventress storyline, we do see Ventress and Lyko run into obviously this old man and his granddaughter basically. And we do find out that this old man was a former separatist as well, like Ventress, which is pretty cool because you get the hint of it where you see the like battle droids outside his house, which are being used as like scarecrows basically. And then once you're in his like house, you do see all the like medals that he's got for serving the Separatist Alliance, which is pretty cool. But yeah, he's in like a sort of wheelchair, and his granddaughter has to look after him. But yeah, because they've been fighting for so long, because they have a problem with raiders, and they're trying to get water, but these raiders keep stopping them. So Ventress, like I do, go help them, and turns out they were actually taking their water, because like I does translate for them, and then they managed to make like a truce basically. So, but it was hard for the old man to obviously give up the fight basically, because of that's all he's known. So, but yeah, obviously he recognised Ventress immediately, because even calling her Lady Ventress, because she was obviously Count Dooku's lead assassin. So, but yeah, I mean that's the Ventress storyline, to be honest. And they almost do reunite with a hidden path, but Lyko decides to stay with Ventress instead. So let's see where that storyline's going to go. I think we'll get more of that in the future, to be honest, but we shall see where that goes. Now moving on to the Cad Bane storyline. This one I quite liked, to be honest. We do get the introduction of like Cad Bane and his other friend basically. Yeah, his friend is called Nero, and yeah, we just see his like beginning of like becoming like a criminal and a bounty hunter, but they when they're both young, they're basically just homeless and that, and they're just like eating from the streets and all that basically, so it's not a good life. And then they do get approached to join this crew and that, and then a job goes wrong and Nero gets left behind and arrested. So yeah, but obviously we have a time jump into the future, and Cad Bane's mentor, who took him on, basically does get killed. So Bane goes for revenge, which is like, okay. But yeah, it doesn't end well, basically. Cad Bane does get arrested in the end, but only because of his partner, which her name is called Aaron, I believe her name was. But yeah, they were basically like a thing and like partners working for this crew. And then he is so consumed by revenge, basically, that she basically forces him to get arrested because she got shot, and they were surrounded by the local authorities basically. But yeah, so he ends up going to prison. And then in the next episodes, obviously years later and everyone's older, we do get the duel between Nero and Bane, as revenge, because he gets out of prison basically, and we do find out Arian is dead, but she did have a child, and I didn't really think of anything about it at all. But after Cad Bane does kill Neron, he was basically trying to tell Bane something, and then Bane realises, and then I realised, because I was quite shocked by it. Turns out that child was Cad Bane's child. He has a son. Now that really got me. I was so shocked by that. But yeah, that was so shocking. So yeah, that did catch me off guard a bit, to be honest. But yeah, that was really unexpected. But yeah, so we had that. But yeah, that's pretty much the storyline for the Cad Bane one. I did quite enjoy it. I did prefer the Ventress storyline, but I still quite enjoyed the Cad Bane one though. But yeah, overall, I like the whole sort of westerny, sort of underworld vibes to this Tales series that we got this year. I wonder what one we're going to get next year, if we do get another one next year. But I mean, I still want them to do a Tales of the Sith. That's what I want them to do next, basically. But we shall have to wait and see what we get. But yeah, overall, the series was really good. I really enjoy these little like Tales series, and I can't wait for more from the animation side of Star Wars. It's always 10 out of 10 really, these animations. But yeah, I want to know what you guys thought of Tales of the Underworld, and yeah, let me know down below what you guys think, and leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one.